Hey guys, this is Thomas with Prime Properties here to talk to you about the affordability of property management here in Austin, Texas, and why I believe it is the most affordable it has ever been for the services that you get. Um, First and foremost, Buying Back Your Time is a great book that I think everybody should read, but that should be the lens that you're looking at these property management fees through. For the time it takes and the cost that generally is charged to you. Let's say, the average property management fee overall in a given year is roughly $1,500 to $2,000 broken out over 12 months. So with that in mind, that's somewhere in the ballpark of around $180 to $125 a month, depending on who you choose, what services, and if they're on everybody's fee structure, or if they placed a tenant that year. For $2,000 to take all of the property management off your plate for an entire year, what could you do with all of that free time so that you did not have to handle any of the maintenance stress, any of the tenant 2 a.m. phone calls, any of the rent collection stress? That is how I would like people to look at the property management fees and really how affordable they are when you break it down into that type of a metric. Certainly, if you have multiple homes, multiple property owners have those problems stack up and they are very cumbersome, and sometimes it seems like you can't get away. And a lot of times, in most cases, a lot of our clients, they are doctors, lawyers, and real estate investors, but strictly on the doctors and lawyers side, these are people that are doctors and lawyers. They have to be working in order to feed their families. That's how that works. And they have invested in real estate as a passive income stream, but they need that to be passive. Their main income is being a doctor and lawyer, which, by the way, if you're a lawyer, you bill out at like $500 an hour. You pay if you spend 4 hours dealing with property management of your property in a year, you've more than paid for your property manager. And to have that 100% off your plate is really the most stress relieving thing that you could do for yourself as a rental property owner. Certainly for those investors that we work with, our systems and processes are made to keep our owners stress-free. Certainly for those property managers, those owners that have multiple properties, what is the best bang for their buck? Is it actually to manage the tenants in the toilets like I get to do? Of course not. The next best thing they need to be doing that affects their bottom line is they need to be going out and getting the next deal. Because that next deal pays for itself almost instantly once you buy it, but you have to be constantly going out and getting more deals done, because that's how you grow your net income, is by a large margin. Just getting the next deal done. It's not dealing with the tenants in the toilets and finding a tenant and negotiating with them on rent, handling the maintenance issues. And that's how you need to look at the affordability of a property manager. If you can get 4 hours of your time back a year, more than pays for itself. More than pays for itself. And in a lot of things, what people don't necessarily understand is, okay, I have the operations of a property management company aren't that crazy. And in theory, yes, that's right. Like to go out and get a plumbing job done or go out and get and find a tenant. In theory, those aren't necessarily hard jobs, but you don't do it every day. I do it all day, every day. That's what I live and breathe. And we have a systematized and itemized list in order to do it perfectly every single time. There is not a difference in the way we find tenants. There's not a difference in the way we handle maintenance requests, because we just do it so darn often. So there is some, you can expect reliable services and stress-free operations because we do it all the time. If we did not have that operation in place, then we would not be able to do it stress-free. Like if you do something 1,000 times, you should be expected to be good at it, right? And that's sort of my feeling on, when someone who has a single property is struggling with that. Of course, they're struggling with that. They don't do it 1,000 times a day or 1,000 times a year like my team does, like me and my team. And so having those operations nailed down, because we do it so much, is really what allows us to provide stress-free operations. And that is the value that we're able to provide to homeowners, is you can be stress-free because we do this day in and day out. We have systems and processes to take care of it. And oh, by the way, it is $2,000 for an entire year. If I can't buy back your time to the tune of $2,000 a year, I'm not doing my job. And trust me, I am buying back way more than that. Thanks for speaking with me today, guys. Hope you have a nice day.